Have you ever stood by the ocean at night and felt that something was staring back at you from the black waves? The sea is a graveyard of secrets, and among its darkest chapters lies the tragedy of Scylla. Today, we aren't just telling a story, we are descending into the void of a transformed soul. Welcome back to Void Dark Reality. Before she was a monster, Scylla was a masterpiece of nature, a nymph of such breathtaking grace that her very presence felt like a blessing to the tides. Her eyes held the clarity of the Mediterranean, and her laughter was said to be the only thing that could calm a brewing storm. She was pure, untouched by the malice of the world, spending her days on the shimmering sands of Sicily. But in the world of gods and monsters, beauty is often a target. The tragedy began when Glaucus, a prophetic sea god with the tail of a fish and a beard of green algae, caught sight of her. He was obsessed. He chased her through the surf, offering her the treasures of the abyss. But Scylla was terrified of his monstrous form and fled into the mountains. This rejection shattered Glaucus, but instead of moving on, he sought out the help of the sorceress, Circe. He wanted a love potion to force Scylla's heart to belong to him. But Circe was a woman of dark desires herself, and upon seeing Glaucus, she wanted him for her own. When Glaucus told her that his heart would only ever beat for Scylla, Circe's love curdled into a lethal, poisonous jealousy. She decided that if she couldn't have Glaucus, she would ensure that no one, not even Scylla, would ever be loved by him again.
Circe didn't use a blade to kill. She used the soul of the sea. She gathered poisonous herbs from the deepest valleys and brewed a concoction filled with her own spite. She traveled to a hidden cove, a secret tidal pool where Scylla loved to cool her skin during the heat of the afternoon. With a cold, silent incantation, Circe poured the black venom into the crystal-clear water. The liquid didn't just mix, it pulsed like a living shadow, waiting for its victim. As the sun reached its peak, the unsuspecting Scylla arrived. She stepped into the pool, the cool water lapping at her ankles, then her knees. But as it reached her waist, the water began to boil with a sickly, unnatural heat. The transformation was not quick. It was an agonizing, slow-motion nightmare. Scylla's screams ripped through the air, but there was no one to save her. Her smooth, porcelain skin began to thicken and darken into a leathery hide. Her legs didn't just vanish, they fused and elongated into 12 writhing serpent-like tentacles that lashed out in the water. But the true horror was yet to come. From her very loins, 6 massive, long-necked dog heads erupted, their jaws snapping with a hunger that was not her own. Their eyes were pools of molten hate, and their teeth were jagged shards of bone. In a matter of minutes, the handsome nymph was gone. In her place stood a multi-headed titan of terror, a creature so hideous that she fled in shame to the dark, jagged cliffs of the Strait of Messina.
For eternity, she became the guardian of that narrow passage. Every time a ship dared to pass, her 6 heads would dart out like lightning, each one plucking a screaming sailor from the deck. She wasn't just killing for food. She was killing because the beauty she once had been replaced by a void of eternal rage. Even the great Odysseus could not escape her without sacrifice. Circe had succeeded. She had turned a woman of light into a shadow of death. Is Scylla the villain of this story, or is she the ultimate victim of a goddess's ego? The ocean still hides her secrets, but the next time you see a ripple in the dark water, remember the girl who was drowned in jealousy. Thank you for wandering into the darkness with us today. If this journey into the abyss moved you, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Void Dark Reality for more legends that history tried to bury.
Tell us in the comments which mythological tragedy we should uncover next. Until then, keep one eye on the waves and stay safe from the shadows. Bye-bye.